All right. What is going on, y'all? Well, yesterday didn't totally suck, but pretty much the minute the show ended, eBay completely died. I didn't have a sale from the time the show ended until correction. I had one postcard sale for $3 at 11:56. Show ended at 10. So one sale over the next 6 hours. Uh, at us, and then like it just turned on. 4:48, 4:54, 5:02, 6:57, 6:59, 7:03, 7:06. Pretty quiet for a little while. Came back again 10:30, and then ghost town until well till now. There was a one overnight sale like 1:30. Uh, there was a app update that happened overnight. Search stopped working at about 3 a.m. For anybody who was on at 3 a.m. probably noticed that. I don't think it affects too much, but there was definitely some spikes going on in the down detector. Um, and that's not like tinfoil hat stuff. It's happened. All right, let's take a look. There's not a lot of postcards going out. Going to be a pretty quick show today. First, we've got the Hotel Raymond in Pasadena, California. Sold for $336. This is the one that sold at noon. Nothing to write home about. Really nice Happy Christmas Art Deco-y postcard. Been in the store for a while. Sold for 15 and change. Happy about that. Real photo. This one listed recently came from the local flea market. Couple very American Gothic style with the guy holding the cat. Looks like my old cat Bobby, only less fat. $6.95. Actually, I think it was like six and change because they took an offer. The Voyaget, Voyaget, Voyaget Tourist Camp and Service Station, U.S. Tires, 1949. Back when I was doing some zoom-ins, the Voyaget Tourist Camp, 1526. So at least some decent price postcards sold. Then we got the Police Station Salem, Massachusetts, sold for $355. That's it. Not a ton of postcards, so going to be pretty easy. I actually need to go grab one of them. Did have one good sale that paid overnight. It didn't sell overnight. But the they bought it 4 days ago and like waited till the closing bell to pay for it. I actually messaged him last night at like 9:30. I'm like, here's the deal. Tomorrow morning, eBay's gonna cancel this order and they're gonna defect your account. If you change your mind, you're better off just letting me know so I can manually cancel and you can avoid the defect or pay for your shit. I usually will send if it's been 3 days and they've got a lot of feedback. I'll be like, listen, if this happens, it may be harder for you to send offers or receive offers. So you're better off if you're going to cancel and you're not going to pay, just to let me know rather than let eBay do it. And I'd say I have a much higher success rate in paid customers sending that message than not sending that message. But I wait till like the closing bell. Seven people. It's awfully quiet. Awfully quiet. I will say this: if this is all, all the site issues, blah blah blah, that are going on, if this is just because they're, working on things and trying to improve things, at least they're doing it in July and they're not doing it in Q4 like they've done before. Or August now, but same point. All right, get on with the other stuff. What's up, Sal? All right, what do we got left? All right, we'll sold a lot of two Weird Al Yankovic cassette tapes. I got these for free out of the land of opportunity at the rummage sale I volunteered at. $12.95 for those. That I like free stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I like free inventory a whole lot. You don't like free inventory? What's the matter with you? Everybody should like free inventory. Wow, my brain just did a full-on journey. It went from the whole Atamata with you to the Looney Tunes. Remember on Looney Tunes, they'd always have the Atamata song? The Atamata, hey, Atamata for you. You don't like the Atamata, hey, Atamata with you. Anyone remember that? Am I the only one? It was a thing on Looney Tunes. When, vague Italian American racism. And then I don't know why, but the next leap was the song from City Slickers, the jingle that Billy Crystal wrote, which is very close to the same song. The pizza guy, come on down to pizza guy. What was it? Be a happy, healthy fella. Lots of piles of mozzarella. A pizza guy. That was the Pizza Guys. Anyone remember that? Nope, didn't think so. My brain is like a steel trap for useless information. Next up, this is cool. So at the yard sale where I bought all the Elvis stuff, uh, one of my like, I don't do a lot of garage sale videos, or really any. So you all don't get to see my wicked good negotiation skills. One of my favorite tactics is after doing a group buy, like a big bulk buy, making your pile, negotiating on a price. Get down to a point where you agree to whatever number they're giving. But I get to pick one more thing and throw it in. But you can sign off on it. That's the like last part of the agreement, the addendum that I like to add to it before money is exchanged. And I'd say it works about 99% of the time. Very rarely has people been like, nope, that's it. No. I basically agree to the price, but I get one more thing. So when I bought all the Elvis stuff, I used that tactic. And the thing that I chose was this little bag of figurines and smalls, lots of smalls. And in that was this, and this I saw this before. It's an antique poison bottle, tincture of iodine. I knew anything embossed with skull and bones is good, so that's all I needed to see in the bag. There was some other stuff in there that, like, some like DuckTales figurines and stuff like that. So, but this was my throw-in, and it sold for $40, and it is this big. Thanks, Sal. I think my sales career did me service because I know what it's like to be on the other side of the negotiation. I think probably one of the least understood and underutilized aspect of negotiation is understanding and comprehending seller motivation. Knowing why a seller is selling, or even being able to like speculate as to why a seller might be selling. Can give you a lot of leverage in negotiation. Same goes understanding why a buyer is buying. Reading your customer though, like if you're selling, reading your customer is probably one of the most important things you need to learn how to do. Where's this going? Reno. Like my first real sales job, selling shoes at the Bellevue Square Athlete's Foot. Like that is the like first sales skill they teach you is learning to read your customer. And there's ways to do that over the phone if you're selling. There's ways to do that just visually based on behavior, visual cues and clues. And then, but on the flip side of the negotiation, there's ways to do that as a buyer. Ways to read your seller. Like obviously, if you go to a yard sale and you see everything out there with eBay listing prices attached to it. I think most people know that that's a pretty easy read, right? Pretty easy to extrapolate that you're dealing with somebody who perceives a lot of value in what they have and wants to extract as much of that value as they're able to via a yard sale or garage sale. Now, if you walk up on a yard sale and everything's got prices, but the first thing they say to you is, "Oh, don't worry about the prices. We can negotiate on everything." That's a big piece of information. Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing is like you always have to ask. And, I think it's very different with eBay. It is a different kind of marketplace, right? Like it's the freaking wild, wild west. Like there's no, all of that goes out the window on eBay. See, there's no real negotiation on eBay. There's back and forth on offers, but that's not really negotiating because there's hardly any communication that goes along with that, right? There's no, even if you put in a message, you don't know that that message is going to get read at all. All right, next up, these here ice tongs. These came from the cast iron garage sale. Yeah, that's all I really got to say about them. That's where they came from. They're ice tongs, or you could get bales of hay with it. Basically, it's just like that handle, and then it will automatically tension the thing, and you can pick it up like that. I chose the heaviest thing in here just for demonstration purposes. Logs, I suppose, would also work. Things with no handle that might need a handle. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the printouts from eBay are, you just know, like that's probably not the place where you're going to have a good sale. And then you have to find the places where the people are motivated to sell, willing to work with you, and then those are the situations where you just have to get as much as you can, uh, and make the most out of those buying opportunities. Like it's not rocket science, right? Like that's that's pretty much all it is. The place with the cast iron, like when I filled a box with pocket knives and it was only $20, like you better know I went through that place and I was grabbing anything and everything I thought might have some value because I knew I was getting it such a good deal. And the motivation of the people who were there was they had to get that house cleaned out in I think they said 2 weeks, and the place was packed full of stuff. So what's their motivation? It's not to extract value. It's their motivation is get this crap out of here, because we got to either get this house ready to sell or whatever it is. And then take advantage of that situation. Like, you're not screwing anybody over who is not motivated by value at that point. When somebody has a different motivation and you're actually coming in and helping them to attain whatever their end goal is, there is nothing wrong with that. Same goes like if you go to a church sale and like you notice that everything is priced stupid cheap. Like, just buy it all, sort it out later. Which is another great buying technique. Like, oh man, 1.02. Oh, I think I can get this under. I'm gonna get this under. I'm too close not to try. 1.06 pounds. Do I care that much? What's gonna be our price difference? 18-inch, 7. We got time. So 11.62 versus it's a $5 swing. I don't have the priority mail. Why is there free shipping? Oh, well, now I'm definitely. That'll do it. One of the other things from the sales side, I was a salesperson. One of the things that it's one of the better skills that, and I would say harder skills, because it takes a lot to get over yourself to do the part of the sale that is the most important, which is when you're selling, to ask for the sale, which is, some call it closing, and yes, like, there's the ABC, always be closing, A, always be, B, C, closing. What a lot of people think that means is that you are, consistently making sales. That's not what it is. What it is consistently moving a sale towards the finish line. It's kind of like in a war, there are many battles, and you have to win battles to win the war. So there are several points during the sale that you are wanting to win little battles. And it's little check marks you're making on the way towards the big close. That's what always be closing means. It means you're always taking those steps. You're closing the sale from the moment you say hello. And my point with that is you're doing that. You can do that on the buying side too, right? Like, you can always be working towards that final price at the end. There are things you can do along the way to benefit you. Next up, sold 2 bake-lights. Mahjong tiles, $15. These are the number 6. What do you call it? 6 of something, symbols. I don't know. I think it is 6 of symbols. $15. So what are those things, you asked? Well, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyways. As you're making your pile, find items that you are sure are not going to have very much value. Not stuff stuff that you're interested in, right? Stuff you think might sell, but stuff that's like, a good example of something like that is like if you find something like, box knife. Just curious where you're at on something like this, or a tool, a wrench, or tape measures are always good for stuff like that, where you're just sort of like check in, ask them kind of just to get a temperature, right? They're going to probably give you a pretty low price, and then go put it in your pile. Whatever it is, just go put it in the pile. Don't think about it. Don't negotiate it. Just go put it straight in the pile. Like, they give you a number, you put it in the pile. You can do that 2 or 3 times. And then What about this? By that point, they've said 2, 3, 4 times now. They've given you pretty low numbers. You've set a pattern. They know now that if they give you a good number, that thing's going into the pile. They're starting to tally in their head. Hey, this sale's starting to get pretty good. We got a serious buyer on our hand. Let's sell him some stuff. If the number they give you on the big thing is not where you want it to be, put it back. You can come back to it later. You can always at the end of the negotiation be like, all right, but let's throw in that one more thing. And then you go back to that thing that they were a little bit too high on. I have done some advertising to source. Those sorts of things, when it's like a listing, it's hard to get good leverage on that unless like what are you doing, Buster? Oh, there's a kitty under the car. Hey, Buster. He's got a wappy tail. All right, sold to Elvis, $54.95. This is Elvis in the Eagle jumpsuit. Timeless Treasures, Mattel. Yeah, not too shabby. I think I'm sending this out probably prioritize. Oh yeah, it's 80 cents more to go priority. So yeah, leaving a little trail of breadcrumbs along the way in your negotiation can be very valuable, no matter what side of the negotiation you're on. If you're on the selling side, you are, you know, you try to get, it's the same kind of thing. When you're on the selling side, you're trying to get your customer or used to saying yes, right? So, whoops, you say things like, you know, questions that are leading that that they're going to answer yes to. That are also reinforcing the what do you call it? The value statement that you are making about what you're trying to sell. So, let's say you're selling, a home security system. You're going to ask questions like, well, what you're going to say, this security system automatically will call the police at night, making your family safer. And that's one of the things that you said was most important to you, right, sir? Of course they're going to say yes, right? But you're also, highlighting one of whatever the benefits of your product is. You're kind of doing that on both sides of, you want to do that on both sides of your negotiation. If you're doing it as buyer, you're like I said, you're trying to get the person selling used to giving you a price that is fair and that they think or they know you are likely to say yes to. And if they happen to break from that plan, you're also willing to break from it as well. I can't tell you how many times I've done exactly that. And then the seller will come back with, a seller will give you a price that's a little bit too high. You put the thing back, and in a millisecond, they see that what has just happened. They're like, well, maybe I can go down to X price. Great. Bring the pile. And you've made your pile. All right. You were, this much on this thing, this much on this thing, this much on this thing. I think, roughly the pile adds up to $100. Would you take 90? You've already set the prices on everything. But now that you've made a pile, actually, I'd probably go 80. Let them say 90. Then I say, okay, but I get one more thing. And maybe I already have that thing picked out. A lot of the times I don't. You roll a 6 for your negotiation skills. Nice. All right, we are down to our last item already. Can you believe it? This big, heavy lot of Franco Maria Ricci magazines that I got for free from Z Honey Hole. I think I can probably just put them in the box that they're in. A little reinforcement, maybe. We'll find out. It's a heavy as fuck box, by the way. Hey. You know what? I think go like this. So, Dude, if I ever see these magazines again, yes, they are very heavy. But worth it. So another very important negotiation skill, don't be a dick. like, don't nickel and dime. Like, you can, there's ways to get good pricing without, like, there's ways to negotiate that aren't where you are, you know, it's like those people on eBay when they, they'll send you a $5 offer on a $20 item, and then you'll counter with, like, $2 or $3 off, and they come back with a 50-cent better offer. Like, there's people who do that in real world negotiation. Don't do what Donnie Don't does. Like that, it is just trying to, like, squeeze every nickel is not a way to be. Like, the best negotiations truly are where at the end everybody has what they want. That's, nobody should ever feel screwed at the end of negotiations. Except maybe you. It's like, it's okay to feel like you might have overpaid a little bit. That happens. No biggie. Look at that. We are going to do so. And there's nothing wrong either with being a shrewd negotiator. But you also have to, like, understand what your position is, right? If you are there and you're willing to buy a lot of stuff, you have a lot more leverage than if you are trying to get a better price on this one thing. You have to have something to offer. Even as a buyer, you have to have something to offer besides just the money that is going to be exchanged to have real negotiation leverage. But I mean, believe me, they want your money. They want your money more than anything. here's another really good thing. This is more about building rapport, which is another important part of sale and negotiation. If there's a thing that you might know about that they have that you're not interested in, maybe is a little bit undervalued, hey, this thing's cool. I already have one, so I'm not really in the market right now. But I think you might be a little bit low on the price and what you can get out of this. I think you're going to have a lot of people interested in it. Or I don't think this is the best way to sell this. I think you could get a lot more pretty quickly if you put this on Facebook Marketplace. Something like that, where you are providing something to them. At that point, maybe just your expertise or opinion or whatever. But always do it where the price is going up. Don't tell them, I think your price too high. That's not, nobody ever wants to hear that. They always want to hear, hey, I can get more money. One more. I love it. Oh, that is a brick of paper. 31 pounds.
Buster, I'm almost done.
I'm almost done. 11, 14. Wow. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I'm almost done. UPS ground is 26. Ground advantage. Oh, there it is. 53. It's half the price to go UPS. So we're going to UPS store today. Okay. Come on. And that, folks, in under an hour is that. What an easy ass shipping day. What year? Oh, those were 2001 through 2004. Give me a second here. Yes, Buster. Hey, chill. I think they were 2001 to 2004. Let me double check that. 2001 to 2004. Full run from 111 to 127. So 16 issues. They sold for 101.96. Plus a lot of shipping, like $50 shipping, because they can't go media mail. They're basically mostly advertising for shit like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Hermes, the Wiggett. All right, folks. Well, that's it for me today. Let's see what we got in the hopper for tomorrow. One postcard for $3.55. Let's see. Can we send out any offers? Okay. You want to say hi to the peeps? Come here. Here. Say hi to the peeps. Look at all those claws. Look at the claws. Yeah. Okay. We being pushy? Are we being pushy? All right. So I've let you guys see behind the curtain. I think only Sal and Cameron have really seen me negotiate before. So I've done a couple of yard sale videos, but usually I'm not like in the negotiation part of this. All right, we'll be back tomorrow to ship at least one postcard. Until then, hope it gets better. Catch you all on the flippy flop. Peace out. Bye.